This is my second New York Street Interview, and I'm here with
Kiana.
And where are you from?
I'm from Albany.
And how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Wow, sis. So when me ask you that, what's your drugs of choice?
Crack and heroin.
Crack and heroin. So
Yes.
how did you end up in Harlem?
My ex-fiance is from Brooklyn. And, there's some crazy shit. We lived with my dad. Some crazy shit happened or whatever. And, he didn't want him there because he used to put his hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever. So, young, stupid, I was like, well, if he's not going to be here, I'm not going to be here type shit, So we ended up moving out here. But, he did some crazy shit to me. And I ended up being out on the streets, and I had to, find my way around by myself or whatever. And, I really like it. I like it down here, So, I stayed down here for a while. I ended up going back home for a year and a half because my grandfather had pancreatic cancer or some shit like that or whatever. So when I went home, I'm glad I went home when I did because he passed away 3 days later after I got home or whatever. I was home for a year and a half, and then I just came back out here about a year ago.
So how long have you actually been using drugs since you're 22? I would like to know.
I started using drugs around, honestly, probably 12, to be honest. I started smoking weed at 12.
I'm talking about the hardcore stuff.
But that's what I'm into. And then, between 13 and 14, I started. Cocaine was the first drug I ever tried, and then
So, do you think your family is worried about you?
Oh, I know they're worried about me. They're worried about me every day.
All right.
I keep in contact with my mom and my grandma and shit.
Do you want to get clean?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. If you want to get clean, what's stopping you from getting clean?
To be honest,
Yes.
The whole heroin situation, I shoot heroin.
Yes. Thank you for being honest.
Always. How can I be ashamed of what I do?
Mm-hmm.
If I was ashamed, why am I doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's how I feel. I tell everybody that,
Mm-hmm.
But, truthfully, you get so deadly sick from that shit, bro. I've gotten sober. I was sober for 2.5 years. I ended up relapsing, and here I am. But I have to go in a methadone program.
Mm-hmm.
But what stopped me from doing that is the fact, like I said, I'm not from I'm not from New York City. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my Social Security card or my New York State ID. The stuff I need to have with me to be able to get myself into a program. I don't have that stuff, and I know everyone's oh, why don't you just go to the DMV, this, that, third. Okay, I understand all that, right? I do, I understand all that, but that doesn't stop the fact that my Social Security card, stuff like that, they give you a problem with that. You know what I mean? They do.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this now. Let me get a little bit deeper into things. Are you homeless?
I am. Yes.
With being homeless, what's some of the worst things you've been through living on the street?
As a woman,
Yes.
and I hate to say it,
Mm-hmm.
as a small young white woman,
Yes.
on the streets of Harlem, bro, there's some real creeps out here, man. Really. Last night, I ain't even gonna lie, last night on 130th, bro, there was 3 guys. They tried to, I don't know, I felt like they was trying to do some foul shit to me. I don't know, this one guy came up to me and was like, "What's up? I'm trying to find somebody to hang out with." I'm okay, well, you're not gonna find it here, so skedaddle, whatever. And he tried grabbing my arm, and there was 2 other guys, one was in between 2 cars, and the other one was kind of by a tree, and I'm just oh my, I dead ass red down the block, bro, I'm not even lying. But so yeah, I would say I always had to feel like I had to keep a knife or something on me, and
nobody never took advantage of you out here, have they?
yeah, I've been raped, unfortunately.
So
Yeah.
what do you still see the people that did that, or the person that did that?
This happened in
What?
Mount Morris Park or whatever. I didn't even know the person that had did that or whatever. But since that day, I haven't even been over in that area. I don't go.
Have you been checked out? Have you been go check yourself?
Respectfully, just off the strength that I'm a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I get tested faithfully every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm very safe. I don't use the same needle more than once. I don't share needles with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm in a needle exchange program, all that. But just because, I am a shooter, I get tested every 3 months.
No problem. So you got sense.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you? What's your education? Did you finish school?
I went and I finished all the way up until my 11th grade. Like, I finished my 11th grade, but then...
You don't have no high school diploma or GED?
No.
All right, you need to...
Love to get it, though.
Listen, if you would love to get it, you should love to do what you got to do to get it. You're still young. I just interviewed somebody that was 52. You're 22.
Mm-hmm.
He's 30 years older than you. You feel me? You have it. You just got to want it. You're comfortable.
Absolutely.
I feel you're comfortable with something that has you uncomfortable at the same time. And now, just like my first interview, my brother Mitch, you've been my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to help you more, and not only am I going to help you more, I'm starting this journey interviewing people to hopefully get them help through YouTube, or learn how to get resources through YouTube to help my people. Because it don't matter what color you are. Addiction and people with addiction, we're all family. We're all in the same struggle. It doesn't matter. My moms used to use, my dad used to use, and they just needed something strong to give them motivation to get off of that. And if they can do it, anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just not out here to try to interview people to make them feel bad or hear their stories. I'm trying to interview people and then motivate them to get their shit back together. Because, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody else going to do it, and no nobody else's kid. So with that being said, you're 22,
Yes.
right? If you have any advice to give the youth or the older people or people that's thinking about trying this shit, what would you tell them?
It's not worth it. Don't do it. I've lost friends, literally friends, childhood friends, because I want to allow them to try heroin or Suboxone, or I want to give them heroin or Suboxone. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it did to me. It ruined my life. That's one drug that there's no going back from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's physical. It's not only mental, it's physical. You feel that shit physically. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it.
All right, no problem. It's not worth it, and that's right. So let me ask you this. How do you support your habits being homeless?
How to support my habits. Honestly, I know you see me sometimes. I walk up and down the streets. I collect bottles, I'm not proud of it, but like, I used to go around, tricking and doing dates. Not really my thing anymore. You might catch me on a real bad day once in a while, But other than that, like, I found my hustles. Sometimes when people see me, like, I feel like they probably think I'm going in the garbage to find food or something. They end up like yesterday, 3 different people handed me a $5 bill because they see me going in the garbage. They probably, like I said, they probably thought I was looking for food, but I was just looking for some bottles, you know what I'm saying? But, it's sad to say, but, when I get my food stamps, I cash them bitches in, and I always regret it right afterwards. I'm like, what a dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And, it's the truth.
All right, so let me ask you this another question. What do you feel you're missing or need to get sober?
I need my family. I need to be with my daughter.
You have a child? How old is your daughter?
She'll be 7, December 12th.
So let me ask you this, sis. What can we do to get you back to your family? What can I do to help you get back to your family? And I'm glad you feeling this. I'm glad you crying because it seems that you're taking this serious and it's coming from your heart. You understand? So that I want to see, because now I see you care. Because I see you walking up and down the streets like a motherfucking gangster. You understand? So at the end of the day, I respect that. You white chocolate out here, you heard? You walk up and down these streets like a motherfucking gangster. And you have to, because you're a little giant.
Say, yes, I have to. Though.
But this is a side that I need to see and these people want to see, because at the end of the day, this is how you're going to get your help. By letting it out, by acknowledging it, and by speaking it into existence. So, what else you need?
Oh, I just need somebody to push me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just need real support. Because, people, they say, I'll be there for you, or, whatever. But at the end of the day, they're really not. And all they want to do is just continue to drag me down and continue to get me, get high with them, or, whatever. Like,
listen, you have me now. I promise. And not only do you have me, we're going on this YouTube journey together. So you're going to build YouTube family that wants to help you, that wants to see you clean, and want to get you back in Albany. This is not going to be your last show. We're going to have follow-ups and see how things going. You know what I mean? And I'm going to try to support you the best I can. I know of a program on the east side that I can take you to. It's an outpatient program, but they could probably assist you with getting certain documents that you need. Now, if we get on that track, getting the documents that you need, then you're good. And then from there, you don't need your social or certain shit to get on the bus to go home.
Right.
If I gotta buy you a bus ticket to go home, I'll buy you a bus ticket to go home. And if I catch your ass back here, it's up. You feel me? It's up if I catch you back here. But at the end of the day, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody make mistakes. Like I told my brother Mitch, my moms used to do drugs and my pops did drugs. And what you said you need is what got them off. And that child was me back then. You understand? So that answer was perfect. You just gotta want to do it and be there for her. You understand? She deserves you. She needs you. And at the end of the day, you need her. Because you don't want her to make the same mistakes you made. Because your blood is in her. That might be the same in one. You understand? And I know she misses you.
Yeah, she definitely does.
And I know you miss her. I can see it in your face and how you felt once you brought her up. And we're going to take steps together, I promise you. We're going to take steps together towards getting you back where you belong. And this is the first step right here. Don't be ashamed, because you know what? It's a lot of people that think they're better. They don't think they have a problem.
Right.
And they don't want to fucking get clean.
Right.
You're not happy. I can see that, but you're comfortable and content because you don't think you can do it by yourself. But at the end of the day, you're a little fucking giant. If you can survive out here, like how you surviving, you can do anything. You just gotta want to do it. And you just gotta put yourself around the right people that want to see you do it. Because these motherfuckers, I can just imagine, they don't want to see you clean.
They don't give a fuck about me.
They just want to benefit how they can benefit.
Exactly. They just want more money. They just want me drugs.
So with you knowing that, we got to be smarter than that. Life is chess, not checkers. We got to be patient and make the proper moves. But it's okay. I love you.
Love you too, bro.
I appreciate you for being honest. This is not easy. This is not easy, but this is a start. And look, you helping me become a better person and helping, because I'm not doing this just for an interview. I'm doing this because I truly want to help from my heart. I know what it's like. I'm from these streets. I've been on the streets since I was 14. Since I was 14. I could have picked up a crack pipe. I've been homeless. It's a basement right there. I used to sleep under. I used to sleep in that basement right there. I swear to God. But being patient and being strong, I used to wake up, sit on that stoop, and I ended up getting a job on the same stoop. Why? Because I wanted it. I wanted this shit. I didn't know what to do. I was embarrassed. I could have picked up. I slept on the same block. I used to sleep in the park across the street.
I fall asleep there sometimes.
I've been there, done that. So I'm
I
only
slept in
saying,
the hallway in that fucking project building.
I'm only telling you that to say that I ain't no better than you because I got this camera. And I've been where you at. I just didn't pick up. I stayed strong and I got through it. That's the whole point of me sharing that with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not better than you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody better than you. Because at the end of the day, only God can judge us or a bitch-ass judge.
Yeah.
You feel me? Other than that, we ain't got none of that. You know what I mean? And I made it. I got my own apartment, had a job. I didn't give up. And I ain't have no support. I just had what you need. I just had what you had. And that was motivation, my family. I got a beautiful little girl, a daughter. You understand? And she kept me strong, mentally and physically. I didn't want her to see me a certain way. You understand? So I did what I had to do. I was ashamed. It was days I didn't shower. I slept outside, but I didn't let that shit break me down. That shit motivated me to do what I got to do, and here I am today. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Everybody make mistakes. That's why I want to let you know. So you sharing with me, so I wanted to share that with you to let you know anything is possible. You just got to want to do it. You feel me? And I found help on this same block. I got a job on this same block from asking a person a question that I seen working every day. He was doing FedEx every day. Every day he's doing FedEx. I'm like, yo, they hiring? He said, yeah. He gave me the information and I got a fucking FedEx job. And I was doing the same FedEx on the same block. God is good. You understand?
All
So
the time.
you just gotta want it and chase it and believe it. I believe you could do it. You gotta wanna do it. Ain't nobody gonna help us. Ain't nobody gonna give us shit, but they ass to kiss in a hard time. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanna see you do better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So, with me asking you that, how do you feel? What are your goals that you're gonna try to achieve now from this step forward? So hopefully, I'm asking you them goals now. So hopefully by the next time we have an interview, you can achieve some of them shits. So set realistic goals from yourself.
I should really start with like getting myself back in the shelter.
Start.
You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, I was in two different shelters when I first came out here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have no like real curfew or whatnot. You just had to make sure you checked in within every 72 hours or you lost your bed. I was, Kiana's too busy getting high, running the streets, thinking she cool, and she ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. So like, I definitely need to do that. I need to get myself into a program. That's really the first start of this whole entire shit for me.
So, would you like to do these things before you go back home? Or would you like to go home and do these things?
I definitely need to be into a program before I go home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my daughter to see me any types of dope sick.
Respect.
I don't want to have to run out to try to go fucking find a bag of dope. Or, I just don't want that.
Respect. So, we're going to wrap this interview up. We're going to wrap this up. I want to say thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring about yourself and trying to make a change. And from now on, like I said, I already been your brother, but I love you and I appreciate you and I want to help you and I want to see you do good. And I know everybody that's watching this is going to want the same for you. So you're going to help me learn how to help others more. And this is what you did by starting this journey with me. I appreciate you. I love you and it's going to be okay. We're not giving up. All right? You want to tell them bye or anything before we go?
Nah, just be safe and just don't pick up drugs, please.
Thank you.
Please.
Later. Until next time.